What's that?
Elizabeth Taylor, not the actress.
She's
I
great.
started one of her books. It was really good.
Elizabeth Taylor, 1912 through 1975, is increasingly being recognized as one of the best writers of the 20th century. She wrote her first book, At Mrs. Lippincotts, during the war while her husband was in the Royal Air Force, and this was followed by 11 further novels and a children's book, Mossy
Those
Trotter.
are really grim. Those are really...
It's like a psychedelic Barbara Pym or something. It's a little bit more intense.
Yeah. Those are great. Which one?
Scared. I am scared because I know you like these harrowing suspense books.
That's a whole other thing.
Where's the pleasure here? Like you're just like, ah!
I really like the lady suspense thing.
Yeah.
Before like that, and that's a whole other thing. It's like I love the crime novels and the stuff like Patricia Highsmith. It's like I just feel like it gets so much more harrowing than the stuff the guys do.
It is true. I mean, it's so harrowing that it's almost unbearable. So, what's the other woman you made me read? It's almost like abuse.
That Elizabeth Sanxay Holding. You read the Blank Wall and the other Mrs. Duff, or the
yeah. The one that obviously Highsmith must have stolen from a little bit.
That one
about a boat murder. I mean, I always love Highsmith, but sometimes I cannot handle the darkness of it. They're too scary. When they're not too scary, when they're just comical enough, I love them so much.
Yeah, I don't love the Ripley books though.
I love Ripley ones.
I don't love those as much.
Especially the later Ripley one, the second, third one.
The one with the art forgery.
Yeah,
that's a good
Ripley's game is great. When I first met you, we were already doing some theater stuff, and I remember you being in Macbeth or something. You were like 5 or something. You were like so good at it. And like people were like vomiting in fear. Like, I don't know. I have weird memories of that. Like
I don't remember that.
It was like making old ladies just be like, "Oh my God, he's gonna cut off the Fane's head right here." You know?
Maybe. Macbeth was a big one for me.
Yeah,
that's a big significant. That still is the most amazing play. I can remember seeing King Lear my parents taking us to see King Lear when I was like 7 or something like that. It freaked the shit out of me because it was just freaky anyway. But when what's his name gets his eyes gouged,
Jesus,
that scared the hell out of me. And I can remember seeing Midsummer Night's Dream. But the guy from Back to the Future, Christopher Lloyd, was in it. He played Oberon. And he was in it.
Wow.
That guy. I mean,
I love that guy. Yeah. He's great for Oberon. Perfect choice.
He was huge. He was really and I remember he was painted all silver. He was completely painted silver. And I worked with him years later, and I was like, dude, he's a weird guy. He's a nice guy. But I was like, I remember seeing him when I was like 5.
Do you remember this? That we were very good friends, and then we were still good friends, but we went to different high schools. We were we hadn't really talked to each other for I think over a year. For maybe the longest time we had never talked.
Longer than that. I think it had been a couple of years.
It might have been 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
And then we talked, and like, what are you reading? And we were both reading Bleak House. And we were just like, what the hell? How could that happen? We hadn't talked in 3 years. I'm like, Paul, what are you reading? You're like, Bleak House. And I'm like, what?
That happens a lot with me and you, though. We're something you read. That happens a lot. And
yeah, I know. Just another paranormal side effect of reading. Good food and shelter came hard torn and long worn on the island where I was born. There were 3 towns on top of Mount Fuazon. Only the third, Guathong, took in the waves of today and perhaps futurity. Here I came and learned to read, and of the curve of the world, and how human desire unshaped its climb. The future felt lost on my still flooding island. In Guathon I gleaned that with the power of wind, green sails and beams of the Fuazorn tree, one could cross the northern sea. I left without the blessings of my backers, my crew a machine. We sailed many days over a submerged antiquity, half dipped into obscurity, once inhabited densely, part now rising immensely from a shimmering sea of oil, eventually evidently boiled. We landed on a shard near where, from my English came, Somerset had returned to green and voluptuous density. Carbon-drunk vegetation, omnitoxic and irradiated, refurnished the scene. Here we camped and prepared to penetrate the unknown. "What drives you?" Machine inquired. "Nothing leads me truly, and you are here only to answer me. For instance, what remains of the world once before?" "Chiefly negation, though this whole plain was once choked with civilization." "What cleans the smoke from air?" "Nothing, it's still there." I retracted fingers, sealed helmet up. We came to a proto-jungle without habitation or erection. Machine estimated direction. "See the mound? See under the mound? We recommend an expedition down." That night I slept delirious until Machine grew serious and an avenue of smoke bellied forth from the earth. What black fountain bursts under the cover of night? Under we looked. We saw no chilly wet end, but inner space more profound than the caverns of fallacy rooting upwards from the ground of the old common law. It has become necessary to recalculate all we know. New numbers suggest futures are teeming below. Past when dawn made red, I followed where Machine led, down a hole in the hill, within a crack in a cliffside scene, and a new night was illumined by helmets vivid green.